Yo, what's good? Stu here, Stu TV. I cover all things blockchain, metaverse, crypto, NFTs, all money making opportunities in the space. It's coming at you again with another crypto market overview breakdown just for the week, covering the latest and greatest in the markets. Definitely just want to get into it. I am having some just roofing done just around the house. So if you hear anything or whatever, just trying to block out the sound, making a couple adjustments in my settings. If you haven't noticed it, don't even worry about it. But let's get into it. So we can just see that Bitcoin is just still hovering around same price, around 58,000. Just had a little slight increase just to end for the weekly close. So not too much action, nothing too crazy going, but the price still remains within this market volatility. But let's go on to our first article. Need to know what happened in crypto today? Here's the latest news on the daily trends, events, impacts, Bitcoin price, and blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, Web3, and crypto regulation. So we're going to read. A number of U.S. agencies are considering redefining what constitutes money. Almost 75% of the supply hasn't moved in the past 6 months, according to the data from Glassnode. Meanwhile, the head of crypto-friendly financial services, Cantor, Fitzgerald, will lead Donald Trump's transition team as he should retake the White House this November. Top federal agencies in the United States are teaming up to revise the meaning of money, to tighten up reports requirements on financial institutions for domestic and cross-border crypto transactions. The U.S. Department of Treasury issued a regulatory agenda on August 16th, revealing an upcoming federal attempt to level the regulatory playing field for cryptocurrencies and traditional fiat currency. Clarification of requirement to collect, retain, transmit information on transactions involving convertible virtual currencies and digital with legal tender status. The Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System and the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network plan to revise the meaning of money used in the Bank Secrecy Act. The agencies intend to revise a proposal will ensure that the rules apply to domestic and cross-border transactions involving convertible virtual currency, which is a medium of exchange that either has equivalent value as a currency or acts as a substitute for currency but lacks legal tender status. I would imagine with this, just being an investor, just be cautious in terms of different awareness, might tighten down on ramifications. I don't know exactly where this particularly leads and how this affects everyday investors that want to capitalize in the market, but just pay attention to this because it affects your bottom line depending on where you live, and then just also being in the US, and then just looking at other options in other areas. But yeah, just want to just cover that. But 75% of Bitcoin has been hodled over 6 months. Around 3/4 of all circulating Bitcoin hasn't been moved for the past 6 months or more. The findings come to Glassnode's hodl wave chart, which uses blockchain data to give a micro view of Bitcoin held in wallets since the age they last move. So we can just see just a lot of things that was said before with the Bitcoin. We're still in a holding pattern. Things have not moved as far as price fluctuation going up or down. Possibly we could be on for another leg down, or people say that we're in another leg up, but a lot of people are hodling, so that means it's a good sign and strength of the market. So when we do start to move, I believe the market move will be big, more like a slingshot effect because it's been hodled so much in supply. So it just hodled through this voluntary market. So that's a bullish sign that people still believe despite market conditions. But it's a significant jump only from a week ago on August 11th. However, the data now shows 75% has been stationary for most of the year, despite the asset falling 21% from its all-time high. Cantor Fitzgerald joins Trump's campaign. The head of financial services company Cantor Fitzgerald will lead Donald Trump's transition into the White House should he be elected president this November. Trump's campaign confirmed with the news adding August 16th, adding that World Wrestling Entertainment co-founder Linda McMahon will also be part of the team's transition. Both Lieutenant and McMahon have heavily donated to Trump's 2024 presidential campaign. Cantor Fitzgerald is no stranger to digital assets. Since 2021, the company has managed a stablecoin issuer Tether Treasury Profile. Earlier this month, following with the Securities Exchange Commission, also confirmed the company held more than 18 million worth of shares in BlackRock's Bitcoin Exchange Trading Fund. Lucknick himself is a Bitcoin proponent, having announced the launch of a $2 billion lending program at the recent Bitcoin conference in Nashville. So it seems like Trump has positioned himself with a lot of people people that's smart in crypto, just have experience knowing how to be able to interact, have experience within the dynamics of cryptocurrency, financial, digital assets. So it seems like he's positioned a lot of people within his circle or his sphere, and then leveraging himself and position him as a crypto friendly president. Also just having ties with McMahon's, being able to get a ton of money from them for his campaign to push whatever agenda that he's looking to push. Ultimately, wherever the catalyst leads, I'm not really leaning one way or the other. It's just how is this going to affect the overall price and just drive market sentiment is the main proponent, just being able to look at from that angle. But let's go on to our next article. Crypto price today. Bitcoin steadies at 58K. Even Solana see modest gains. Major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum experiencing subtle to notable declines, reflecting the broader cautiousness among investors. Meanwhile, altcoins like Solana navigate through their sharper drops, showcasing across the board. Amidst these movements, certain cryptocurrencies manage to buck the trend, registering gains and highlighting the diverse dynamic nature of the markets. So we can just see an overview of some of the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin. So we'll take a look at this also within our altcoins. Well, we have Bitcoin. Ethereum is the second largest currency by market cap, has increased 0.75 over the last 24 hours. So then you have BNB, Tether, Binance. Some of the biggest gainers you have Ton, Notcoin, Clayton, Conflux, and then these some of the biggest losers. We could just look at some of the future outlook. The technical analysis of major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum show critical resistance levels that could be pivotal in the coming days. The US 58,575 mark remains the psychological barrier, where Ethereum struggles to maintain its position. Market indicators suggest potential consolidations ahead, but broader macroeconomic conditions will heavily influence the trajectory. So we can just see, just looking through this article, they have just biggest gainers. A lot of things is just happening in the market, so just pay attention. On the Ton coin just been on a tear. I recently just did a full breakdown video, so you can catch it in the links above. Also just Clayton, so a lot of ones, and then Injective, but it's a chance to jump on. Some of the ones just went down because you could be able to catch them at a price. So I know Stacks is one, Injective, Thorn, I covered that in just another video in my beginner series. So just wanted to be able to pay attention to. But let's get on to our next article. I wanted to bring this up. Best coding languages to learn for beginners in the modern computing world. Attribute not only for people working in technology, but for every problem solver, creator, and any person interested in unveiling secrets of the digital world. If you want to create websites, apps, or analyze data, then coding can open doors. But with so many programming languages, it can be confusing to get started. This article will let you know the best coding languages for beginners, so it'll kick your programming journey with clarity and confidence. So one of the best coding languages, while you are choosing programming languages to start, you should take into consideration what is easier to learn. Community support and kind of projects. Topping the list for most popular coding languages, especially for beginners, will be Python. So we're going to just read a little bit of this article, and then I'm just going to just break some of this down. Python has been around for a long time, promoted and suitable as the best language for beginners. The basic syntax is very easy to read, hence perfect for beginners or those who have never learned to code. Python is an all-purpose language, meaning with it, you could do everything from web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and automation, just to mention a few. One of the clearest advantages of Python is its community, from tutorials and forums to libraries and other tools, making coding easier. You have everything at hand. Besides, transparency in the structure allows one to proceed programming for beginners and not to get bogged down by a complicated syntax. Python's flexibility spreads over to many other industries, such as frameworks alike Django, Flash in the case of web development, data science libraries, pandas, I can't pronounce some of these words, that form from Bedrock. It is also used for artificial intelligence and machine learning projects, which are accomplished through libraries like TensorFlow and Skitlearn. So you have other ones like JavaScript. I'm not going to read every single one, but it powers the interactive elements of websites, and then HTML, Java, Scratch. So just being able to have access to beginners. And just one thing that I want to cover with different languages is it can also just help within blockchain and coding languages, because if you just learn, Python has to do with a lot with smart contracts and implementation even on Ethereum, and you be able to create smart contracts. That could also be a skill that you can be able to push to so many different industries. You could be able to monetize this if you start getting into coding. So I wanted to just bring this article up just for a possible advantage you want to start getting into a programming languages, and then also to start specifically learning languages for specific blockchains. Then you position yourself as very valuable in this space, because that's a very sought after skill that not a lot of people have. So just being able to be interested in this article, even a direction that I'm personally might be looking to go in. So coding could be another way on how you can monetize and possibly take that skill asset into a whole nother industry. But let's actually read this, how to start learning. Which languages are best for beginners? This next step would be to start learning. Fortunately, a large number of online resources exist today. All of them been towards different learning styles, interactive lessons. So we have Code Academy, Khan Academy, EDX, Coursera. So just like a lot of those, be able to see which ones you can be able to get into, and then also just talk to people within your community. If it's in a different project, ask them about their developer experience, what they learned from coding, be able to get conversations and feedback as well. And then let's go over some of the common mistakes to avoid, and then we're going to go over to our next article. As you embark on this journey of coding, here are the most frequent mistakes to avoid by most beginners. Keeping in mind this will put you on the right path and make learning more enjoyable. Learning too many languages simultaneously, studying several programming languages simultaneously may be compelling considering the spectrum of tools and framework that exists out there. However, when you start doing this, you may find yourself in a situation where you are lost, burnt out. Isolated study will let you master one language much more easily before moving on to another. So being able to master one, that's kind of like mastering blockchains, being able to look and see, all right, what's the dexes, what's the swaps, being able to test all that, and then taking that skill set, taking that confidence and bringing it over to other chains, like slowly, but just really taking your time to learn one chain inside and out, and being able to just take that same mindset when you apply it to coding. Being able to skip the basics. Do not rush the basics. Sometimes you need to learn the very fundamentals of programming, like variables, loops, and conditionals. Most beginners are lured with jumping in directly into complicated projects, but until you have a firm grip on the basics, you're most likely to get frustrated and stuck. Practice is something that most beginners do not take seriously. The more you practice, the better you be at coding. Apply everything you learn, completing small projects and challenges. The fear of failure. It's normal to make mistakes and encounter bugs while you're learning to code. Do not get frustrated. It's part of the learning process. If you're beating yourself up over these failures, think of errors as ways in which you can learn and help you make your understanding on how your code works and teach you critical thinking and problem solving skills. Not asking for help and just being able to leverage your community. So being able to just show, so that's an interesting article to see about coding. Like I said, you could take that skill of coding and apply it to many different industries, sought after, and create a whole business around it potentially, or just teach others how to code. So there's many ways on how you could take and leverage this. But I thought that was an interesting article. But let's go on to our next one. So we have CoinBase CEO suggests AI should have crypto wallets amid new bot accelerator launch. Major crypto exchange Coinbase has unveiled an innovative artificial intelligence accelerator grant program. The initiative will award $3,000 each to 5 projects that explore the integration of AI with cryptocurrency wallets. Should have cryptocurrency wallets. Let's help AI agents get work done on your behalf and participate in the economy. Coinbase demonstrates potential of AI and financial transactions. Potential of AI financial transactions was demonstrated by Coinbase engineering lead Yuga Kohler, who posted a demo of AI wallets featuring on X on August. And demonstration showcased a scenario where participants are paid for their contributions to training in an image recognition model. After selecting the best image from the set of 3, the system will automatically send payments to the user's cryptocurrency wallets, illustrating how AI can handle such transactions. The concept mirrors platforms like Amazon's Mechanical Turk, where users are compensated for completing simple tasks. However, the implications of AI receiving wallet transactions are vast, potentially revolutionizing various economic activities. Let's actually scroll up and read this tweet. Let's help AI agents get the work done and participate in the economy. Reach out and let us know what you're building. But AI and crypto represent new opportunities. Coinbase released a research report stating that the intersection of artificial artificial intelligence and blockchain represents a major opportunity for entrepreneurs. At the time, the US-based cryptocurrency exchange highlighted the benefits combining both techs to create new solutions and societal changes presented by AI. As applications within AI and blockchain mature, the disruptions these technologies present may lead to areas of collaboration and the emergence of new cases for crypto that help address specific societal challenges posed by AI. I mentioned several potential use cases that combine AI and blockchain technology. In the first place, it said decentralized data marketplaces could help generate AI to meet demand for verified and diverse set of data to train its models. So it'll be interesting. Just not gonna read this whole article. It does kind of just make me a little cautious in terms of, all right, all these wallets getting automated with AI. What if something happens bug in the system? How is that going to affect every other wallet? Is there going to be any protection mechanisms to be able to take where individual users can still maintain their privacy? Like, how is that level of automation going to be tracked? If something goes out of whack within the network of wallets, will it shut down all the wallets? Will it lock out people's funds? So there's so many different things up to interpretation, just outside of my knowledge with combining AI and blockchain. But I believe just AI and blockchain will start to be combined, because you're going to see various different technologies, kind of like the concept of a smart city, just ever growing as the ecosystem develops, because you're going to have all these different technologies intertwined together. And now I truly believe that you're starting to see the start of that. So just being able to look at this, see how that's going to be employed with wallets, and just see how that ever grows, and if it's going to be like a new wave, or just so many different use cases, or there's things that could benefit so many users that I'm not even aware of. So many different ways, variables, and how you could look at it. But let's go over to our altcoins, just doing our breakdown. And then we're going to wrap up this video after a few articles. But we have Bitcoin at 58,499. We have Ethereum over at 25.8913 cents. We have Binance with $538.46. We have Solana at $143.22. XRP 58. Toncoin, we have that coming in at $6.76. We have Lido staked Ether at $2,588.24. Then we have Dogecoin at 10, Tron 13, Cardano coming in at 33 cents. Avalanche wrapping up the top 15 at $20.68. We have Bitcoin Cash. Let's actually scroll a little bit further. We have Polygon coming in at 41 cents. Casper at 15 cents. Internet Computer, we have $7, and Pepe coming in almost rounding out 31. So just a lot with our altcoins for the day. Let's look at our trending. So some of our trending right now is Syscoin, came in at 7 days, 136%. I definitely need to look that up and see what's going on. We have AIT Protocol coming in at 16.2% on the last 7 days. Sundog, Xano, Zeta Chain, Trine, Toncoin, Solana, Sui. So just a lot of ones coming in for the top trending for the day. Syscoin, that definitely interests me. I have to just look at that and see what the catalyst is, because that's been on a tear for the last 7 days. So I'll be interested in seeing, looking that up, and being able to get access. Let's go over to some of our largest gainers. We have our largest gainers with Yan, Syscoin, Brainlet, Sundog, Flux, Bell's Coin. So some of these familiar. Within, we have some of our losers for the day. We have Lambuff, Umu the Bull, Billy, Nero on ETH. So a lot of ones be able to get potentially, if you're bullish on these meme coins, just going into the next part of the bull cycle and this potential run going forward. And then Syscoin and Brainlet and Sundog. So just a lot of ones just popping up. Some I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with every single crypto in the entire world and planet. There's thousands of them coming out every day, but it does interest me with all these catalysts with Yan and Syscoin, what's leading to this catalyst. So it'd be interesting to see. But shout out to all our people that got into those investments, and if you made money and capitalized on different opportunities. But that is our altcoins for today, just being able to look at the latest and greatest in the market. But let's go over to our next and last article. So we have B3.fun debuts main name with record-breaking 367,000 wallets and 40 million transactions in just 1 month of testnet. Today, B3.fun, a groundbreaking horizontal scale gaming ecosystem built on CoinBase L2's network base, debuts its mainnet and officially launches its game on platform BSMNT.fun. A launch, over 20 gaming studios have committed to develop developing games on B3, including top-notch Echelon Prime ecosystem, Nifty Island, Infinity Guides, Gamecoin, Anomaly, Wanderers, MetaStreet, Deer by ARPA, Escrow, and more. Developed by a distinguished team from CoinBase and Ethereum's community, B3's Testnet phase shattered expectations with over 367,000 wallets and created 47 million transactions processed in just 1 month. This remarkable achievement underscores B3's innovative design and robust infrastructure, setting a new standard for the gaming industry. The reaction to B3 has been electric, and our ecosystem is obviously struck a chord, which oversees governance of operations of B3 with major companies like Ubisoft, Zynga, Nexign incorporating on-chain elements into their games to attract new players. The convergence of Web 2 and Web 3 gaming has been gaining momentum. Our discovery platform, BTC.fun, bridges the gap between traditional Web 2 and Web 3 gaming, transforming how players will find experience on-chain games in a way that appeals to both traditional gamers and blockchain enthusiasts. By integrating familiar gaming mechanisms with blockchain technology, the B3 attracts a broader audience while providing the benefits of decentralization and digital ownership. B3's offering for developers is unique, horizontally scaled, chain abstracted with all necessary infrastructure for casual games to scale and be developed. So just a lot with this article, but it just says that B3 just had a groundbreaking testnet. So you can see just with these numbers, how much more investors, how much more potential partners are they going to attract, how they're going to be able to market this to be able to attract just more funding coming into their bottom line. They could be able to outsource just a lot of different things. They're going to have a lot of resources coming in hand. And just think about Base and CoinBase and how much resources and how much influence they have in the market, and they'll be able to push it themselves. And then this B3.fun. So just personally, just being able to be interested, just having all those numbers with the testnet is going to just attract a lot of eyeballs and general users that might want to see what's going on with this platform and network. So let's check out this article. Ex-Coinbase team launches B3.fun on mainnet and new game discovery platform. Let's actually just scroll through this article. A lot of similar things that we already read. So it's just trying to bridge Web 2 and Web 3 gaming. Being able to have the director of foundations, being able to attract a lot of users. So just even looking through this game, B3 initially supports games built on Ethereum, Base, and EVM virtual machine chains, with no plans to easily onboard games from other chains like Solana. So this one got a lot of hype. Apparently just a lot of people jumped on that testnet, being able to get access. You're going to see how they're going to particularly leverage this. Let's head over to the Twitter so we can see B3.fun, the future of on-chain gaming. Let's look at some of the latest tweets. 4 months ago, we announced B3 is a horizontal scale gaming ecosystem built on Base that meets people where they're at. So they have a link to a paragraph.xyz, and they seem like it's being active. A lot of people are just anticipating. We can just click on the website. You can just see, click on the games. All right, so that's where you get to Nifty Island, just be able to play these games, all the ones that you can be able to get access to. Interesting to see how this develops. Being able to get in beta, you get leaderboards, points, vision, shows whether it joins the fun. So it seems like a well put together. So it'll be interesting to see how they attract developers with their games. Are they going to attract the Web 2 audiences? How's that marketing going to be? But the layout and the site and just different games in the ecosystem, it looks interesting. Keep your eye on this, guys. The latest in developments growing on with this platform, and it'll be interesting to see how they build moving forward. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you share the video. Stay tuned for all the latest videos I'm gonna drop in the crypto market overview series. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace out.